Alright, welcome in you guys. If you're new here, my name is Baby Roses, or you can call me Rose. Today we are going to go ahead and look at our first look at Phasmophobia. So if you're watching this video, you must be new to Phasmophobia. You're gonna go ahead and do the training so you know what each item does. And that's what we're gonna go ahead and do today. Let's go take a look at the training and I'll show you all the items and how to get started with Phasmophobia. Let's go. Alright, so as you can see here, this is the board, and you're able to choose from play, training, item store, options, and of course quit the game. As you can see, these are my stats, and to the right you have daily challenges. If you press spacebar, you're able to walk around here in this area, and you can also pick things up. Now, if you go into options, you can go ahead and take a look at your controls. So default to move forward is W, move left is A, backwards is S, D is to go right. To run, you have to hold down the shift. C is to crouch. Local talk would be to press V on your keyboard. So what local talk means is basically it's like proximity. So whoever is around you, they're the ones who will be able to hear you, and the ghost will be able to hear you as well. B is for global, meaning you'll be using your radio. So if someone's far away from you, then you would use your radio. If you don't want the ghost to hear you, then you would use your radio. Now, if the ghost is hunting, which we'll probably talk about more in later videos, you're not able to use your radio. You'll just hear static, and no one will be able to hear you as well. J is for your journal, which I'll explain to you in the training. And then Q is to swap between your items in your hands. E is to pick up items. G is to drop your item. And then of course you'll be able to like move around with your mouse. And then T is for the flashlight on your shoulder, which I'll explain to you later on. F, you can actually place items. Alright. Now what you want to do before you get started is to make sure your mic is working. If you're going to be playing with other people, if you want the ghost to hear you, but I think they might have changed it in the update, then you want to go to audio settings, make sure you have the correct microphone on. Now this, you have to make sure your default microphone is set to the same one that you're going to be using for the game, or else it will not recognize it. And just to let you know, I am using the US beta version. So with the beta version, this is not, all the updates is not on the main version yet. So any of the videos that I do, it's based on the beta and can change at any time, and it also will not follow the stable build. So you would just go to click on test, give us a sign. It'll say we heard you if your mic is set up correctly. If not, you will want to go ahead and change all these settings. It's very important. The rest of these settings you can go ahead and take a look at your own. Today we're going to mainly focus on training, what each item does, which I'll do my best to explain to you. If not, there are other sources out there that will explain how each item works. So go ahead and click on training. Now you will need to finish your training in order to start playing with others, but some people do not go through the whole training and they will just open the van, guess what ghost it is, and then just close the van, and then you'll be done with your training. However, I recommend doing the training just so you know what each item does and you know what's going on. So we'll go ahead and do the training. Training will be set in one of the houses, which is going to be Tanglewood. So as it loads, I'll go ahead and show you that after it loads. So here we are in the van. What we have, oh, I have everything in here. Before it was just starter items. But so as you can hear, the guy on the radio, he just says some things about the ghost, whether it's violent or etc. When you play for real, you'll actually have objectives. So since this is just training, you'll just see the training objective. So it says, we found a non-violent ghost which you can use to train your ghost hunting skills. What that means is in this training, the ghost will not hunt and it will not be able to kill you. And then when you play for real, you're not gonna know where the ghost is, but because this is training, they already let you know that where the ghost is gonna be. Each training it'll be different. So my training, it says that the ghost is in the dining room. Head inside and read a slideshow we have set up for you on the TV. Good luck. So the slideshow will explain to you everything that you have to do and guide you step by step, but I'm here to help explain things further. If you guys have any comments, please go ahead and comment down below and I'll do my best to answer them. And I'll also link the Discord for the official Phasmophobia page as well as their official Twitch page, which is managed by their admin and staff. Now when you come here, on the top will be the map of the house. If there are 2 stories, you can click on this right here and it'll switch between, well, more than 1 story, I mean, because this is a basement. So it'll switch between the different floors. This is the ground floor, and then the next one is the basement floor. That green thing you see on the top, that is the generator. With the beta version, the generator is automatically off, which means all the rooms will be cold. So your thermometer will read low temperatures. So you won't know for sure that it's the room unless it's, freezing temps. You'll know that it will be freezing temps if it's under 3 degrees Celsius. Now, Team Sanity, this basically is your sanity, and your sanity determines, when the ghost will start hunting. Each ghost has different sanity levels as to when it'll start hunting, but we won't talk about that in this video. Sound sensors, you can put the sound sensors in different rooms and it'll be able to capture the different sounds in the rooms and detect it. The activity here is if there's any activity from the ghost, you'll see it spike. Okay? So what we want to do first is we'll go ahead and pick up the key, and then it's very different. The training is very different from when I did it because there are only starter items for my training. So we'll go ahead and pick up the thermometer, and then you can turn it on by right clicking. We'll pick up if you press this is a strong flashlight down here. So as you can see, this is a strong flashlight. Now if I were to show you the weak flashlight, as you can see, you can't really tell in here, but as you can see, this is weaker, this is stronger. You want to buy the strong flashlight. You'll be able to see things a lot more clearly. So the sanity pills, if your sanity level is low, so if it starts dropping, you're able to take sanity pills. Okay? Thermometers tells you what the temperature is inside each room. These are the glow sticks. So if you turn it on, it looks like this. These can actually help you detect fingerprints on the doors. This is a spirit box, which I'll explain to you in a little bit. Actually, we'll go ahead and start going through. This is a motion sensor. This is the sound sensor. I think these are the light sensors. These are the UV lights, regular flashlights. These are the video cams. Right down there is a crucifix, smudge sticks over there, EMF reader, parabolic mic, photo cams, candles, salt, lighters, strong flashlights, and the ghostwriting book. Here are the cameras, the monitor. If you use your mouse button, you can switch between the cameras, but there's only one camera, which is a security camera right in front of the house. And you can also toggle between night vision. So right now the night vision's off. If you want to check for ghost orbs, which we'll explain to you in a little bit, then you have to turn on night vision, which looks like this. And the tripods are here. And let's go in. So, and these are the head cams. So if you play with other people, if you wear these, they'll be able to see your camera. So now when we go back to the camera, as you can see, this is me. Alright, so we got our strong flashlight, we got a thermometer. Let's go ahead and bring an EMF reader. To open the door, you would just press on the keypad, anywhere on the keypad, and that'll open the door to the van. And then you head over to the right, which is the house. This is good old Tanglewood. Alright, so make sure you grab the key, which we did in the very beginning. To push open, you would just hold down your left mouse button and you push forward. So since this is a training, we'll go ahead and go to the TV, and that will guide us step by step on what to do. So it says, Welcome to the Ghost Hunters Training Guide. This guide will show you to become a professional ghost hunter. Use the remote to go to the next slide. Okay, so just click on the remote. And this is what we went over in the very beginning. And you can change these. You can bind multiple keys to one movement if you want to. Just be aware that it might not work the way it's meant to be. So make sure you bind, like, you know, the good keys that work well with each other. Okay. Okay. On an investigation, you will have around 5 minutes before the ghost will anger drop your sanity faster. Use this time to set up equipment and find the ghost. For today, you don't have to worry about that. So with this, this is only true if you're not doing professional. So with professional levels, the ghost can hunt right away. Step 1, set up a video camera inside the ghost's room. Then head back to the truck and watch the CCTV monitor for ghost orb. If you spot one, write it on the last page of your journal. If not, then go to the next screen. Okay, so it wants us to do the video camera first, actually. So I'm not sure if all the items spawn because I have all those items and I bought it and it just brought it along with me. So it's in a dining room. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and drop my thermometer and what did I bring? And the EMF reader until it tells us to use it. So we'll go back to the truck, and as what the tutorial is saying, we'll go ahead and grab the video camera. I'm not sure if you'll have a tripod in your tutorial, because just like I said, I already had all these items, so maybe that's why it spawned. So go ahead and click on E to grab it. You can right click to turn it on, so that's what I do. And then if you have a tripod, go ahead and hover over it, so it'll show you the shadow of where the camera is gonna go. You press F on your keyboard, E to grab it. Okay, so we'll go ahead and bring that to the dining room. And again, you hold down Shift to run. Technically, it's like a fast walk. Alright. So what you want to do is you want to get a good angle to put your tripod down. Okay? So you would just face it towards where you want it. And then if you have the camera on the tripod, you can just click on G on your keyboard. Okay? So that's how it'll look like. Now, if you don't have a tripod in your training, what you want to do is you can just put it somewhere. So like if you want to put it on this bench right here, you would hold down with your mouse button and you can see it turn, and you would just let go and you click on your F and that'll put it down. And then you'll still be able to see. It's a little harder with no tripod, so I would recommend actually getting a tripod. You have better views. So I have the camera down. We'll go back. Of course, you can hold up to 3 items, so I would recommend doing multiple things before like heading back to the van. But since this is training and we're trying to follow the training guide, we're doing it one at a time. So you head back. Oh, did you see that? The ghost just touched the frame. And what you want to look for is, so we're now looking for ghost orbs. Okay? And ghost orbs kind of look like the little fireflies. Sometimes you see 1, 2, and they just kind of float around on the screen. I am not seeing any of those, so it looks like we don't have any ghost orbs. But the thing is, sometimes you don't see ghost orbs in one angle, so you would have to bring in multiple cameras sometimes, or move your camera around to different angles of where the ghost is supposed to be. We don't see any ghost orbs, so we'll go back to the training guide on the TV and see which item they're telling us to use next. Also, you can pick up these keys over here. Some of the keys turn off the alarm on the car. Alright, so the next one is we're going to grab the ghostwriting book and place it inside the ghost room. Okay, same thing as the first. So let's go ahead and grab the ghostwriting book. So since I have 2 books, now with the thing with ghostwriting books, sometimes it takes a while for the ghost to write on the book. So normally I like to bring 2. Of course, when you start, you're not gonna have 2, so just work with what you have. But in my case, I'll just grab 2. And then I'll show you, like I can show you 2 times how to place it, so. Alright, so the ghost is in the dining room. You can either place it on the floor or on the table. So if you want to place it on the table, you can go ahead and press F. Place it on the floor. So you just, oh, do you hear the ghost? You can just crouch down, which is C, and then you can press F. Like that. Now sometimes there's a trick that I learned. If you have a video camera and you want to stand your book up so you can see it through the camera, you can just look all the way up. So bring your mouse all the way up to the ceiling and press G. There you go, like that. Alright, so we'll go back now and see what the next step is. Sometimes it takes a while for the ghost to write in it. So it wants us to grab the spirit box this time, and then with the spirit box, make sure you have the lights off, because the spirit box will not work. The ghost will not talk to you if you have the lights on. You can ask the different questions, which you'll see me doing. It'll just be examples of some questions, but there's definitely a variety of questions that you could ask the ghost. So let's grab the spirit box. Alright. Now this is the same way to turn on the thermometer as I showed you earlier. You just right click and then you'll hear it. You'll hear the staticky sound, and you'll see the numbers on the spirit box. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that the lights are off. I guess it is off. I'm just seeing other lights. Alright. Oh, and we have ghostwriting. Okay, so where are you? Okay, so you would just hold down your V button and you would ask it a question. So you could ask it, where are you? How old are you? Are you young? Yeah, so you can ask it those kind of questions. To turn it off, you just right click again, you can drop it. And we also have ghostwriting. So what you want to do now is, typically you don't want to look at your journal while you're in the house because a ghost can hunt and you can die. But since this is just training, you press J on your keyboard, and then you go to the end of the page and you would enter the evidence you found. So far we found ghostwriting, so the ghost did write in the book. So you enter in ghostwriting for our first evidence. Second evidence is a spirit box. So it did talk to us back on the spirit box. So we'll put in spirit box. Now we just need the last evidence. So if you actually click on the bottom of these, you can see which ghosts are left that it could be. So it could be spirit, it could be a demon, it could be an oni. It could be either 3 of those. Now, what I like to do, this is kind of a tip. You can actually like select the remaining evidences and see like which ghost it would be, so you know which evidence remaining that you have to look for. So EMF 5, if that's our last evidence, it would be an oni. We already have spirit box. Fingerprints, can we have fingerprints? Yeah, so if we get fingerprints as our last evidence, it could be a spirit. It can't be ghost orb, so our last evidence can't be ghost orb. We already have ghostwriting, freezing temps. If we have freezing temps, then it would be a demon. But one thing you have to know about freezing temps is normally, if you don't have freezing temps in the beginning, you probably will not get freezing temps. Okay, so just press J again to put away your journal. Okay, let's look at the training again, just so you guys can, go along with it step by step. Alright, so by this point, the room should now be cold. If the ghost is a freezing temperature ghost, the room will drop to freezing. So this is what I was just explaining to you. But we did not see, so if we were to go back, we did not see our freezing breaths. So you'll kind of see like some mists, we do see it. Okay, so we do have freezing temperatures. Okay, and also this book. Leave or die. Oh gosh. So if you grab your thermometer, it should be freezing. Oh no, what's going on? That's weird. I see freezing temps, but it's not showing me freezing. I thought I saw freezing. Oh yeah, okay. So the freezing was not in a dining area, so you have to be careful with that. So the freezing was actually in the kitchen, which is negative. Oh my gosh. Whoa. And that's the kind of thing that can happen when you're playing for real. You'll experience ghost activities and hear the ghosts do that, which is kind of freaky, I know. So I'm sure if you're just starting off, you're gonna probably be scared. But trust me, once you die in this game, you'll be able to follow the ghosts around and you won't be as freaked out. I still do get jump scares though, so don't worry about it. So go ahead and press J. We did get freezing temps, so go ahead and select freezing temps, and it's gonna be a demon. We have a demon ghost. But you know what? Okay, so we know what ghost it is. I'll go ahead and go over the other equipments with you. So for the EMF reader, when you grab it, just right click and it'll turn on the EMF reader. If it picks up any activity, then it will start to go off. So you would just walk around. It's a little bit more precise because with the EMF reader, the ghost will have had to interact with something in order for it to go off. And what I like to do is I like to hold down the V button so the ghost can hear me. And then I'd like to say, give me a sign. And then if the ghost does something, which I'm not going to wait for it to do, then it'll give you an EMF reading. Now, the only time that the EMF will be an evidence is if it reaches level 5, which will be 5 dots, and it'll be all the way up to the red dot. So just make sure, see, now it's 3. So you see 3 dots, and it's in the middle. If it's not going to be EMF level 5 because we already found all the evidence, but if it were, it'll be red dot, and you'll see 5 dots. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Let's go back to the van. As you can see, the ghost is throwing all sorts of stuff here, as you can see. Let's go back to the van and I'll explain to you the other equipment. Just briefly, I'll probably do another video of how to use the different equipments in detail. And also look forward to touring the different maps in Phasmophobia. Okay, so as I explained to you, glow stick, so you would just right click to turn it on. You can drop it near a door and it'll actually illuminate the door, where if there are fingerprints, you'll be able to see the fingerprints. With a motion sensor, I don't know if I could, well, we would have to go back in the house, but you would go up to the wall where you want it and you would just click on F to place a motion sensor, and you'll be able to see it on the boards. Okay, which I'll explain to you. Sound sensor the same way. What is this called? The light sensor. And the UV light, it just looks like this. So it looks like a purple light. You would check light switches, doors, closets, like the front of the closets, to see if there's any fingerprints. You can also check windows. And then video camera, we use that. The cross. So the cross is a little bit more complicated, so I'll just let you know that this prevents a hunt. It does not stop it. It just prevents it. So you would have to you would have to place a crucifix down where you think the ghost is going to spawn inside of where you found the ghost room. And then I think it's like 2 diameter or something, but I will go over that in another video. If the ghost spawns within that boundary, then it'll prevent a hunt. If the ghost already starts hunting and you drop the crucifix, it will not stop the hunt. Okay? The Parabolic Mic, you can right click to turn it on as well. If this goes up, the numbers on the Parabolic Mic goes up, that means it's picking up some activity, some sound activity. These are smudge sticks right over here. So what you would want to do is you would grab the lighter, you right click to turn on the lighter. You go ahead and switch to your smudge. So you can do that with Q, or you can use that with your scroll wheel, whatever it is for your controls. And then you click on F and then it'll start smudging, so you can smudge in the ghost room. And I'll explain that more in another video. This is a camera, so once you start playing, you'll have objectives, and the objectives will sometimes ask you to take pictures of the ghost, for example. And you can also earn money by taking pictures of interactions or the Ouija board and the bone, and you would just right click and it'll take a picture and put it in your book. So we just took a picture of that. You'll see it in the book. If it counts as anything, you'll see it on the top as a interaction or a bone or something. Okay, so there's a camera. We have the candle, and you can light this up the exact same way as the smudge sticks. And you can place it by using F. So let me just place it like that. This is a salt. So if you need, one of the objectives would be maybe to have the ghost go through the salt, then you would use salt. Some ghosts do not like salt, so they're like toxic to salt. I think that would be the Wraith. Was it the Wraith? Yeah, so weaknesses, wraiths have a toxic reaction to salt. So read the journal. It introduces, you know, about the ghost, about your sanity, and then you see each different type of ghost. Okay, there's a description for each one, what the strength and weaknesses for each of the ghosts, and which evidence you will need to figure out what type of ghost it is. Just make sure you don't really, sometimes the ghost acts a certain way, but it's actually not that ghost. So make sure you try to find all the evidences if you can. Okay, so just read through this. This one you can read on your own. It explains to you the different tools as well. I mean, not tools, but different evidences you can get. Alright, and I think that's it. Yeah, so what you should have learned from this is a little bit about all the different tools you can use. How to gather 3 evidences to help you detect what kind of ghost it is, and how to use your journal. Go ahead and close the van. Okay. I almost forgot to tell you guys this. So close the van, and that'll take you back to I don't know what it's called, like to your house, to your yeah. So now it'll say training is complete. It'll tell you what ghost it was supposed to be. So in this case, it was a demon, so we got it correct. And it says your training is now over, and you are now ready to join up with other ghost hunters and record the paranormal. So now you're able to join other people in public lobbies, or create a private lobby, or join other private lobbies, and complete ghost hunting objectives to receive a reward, which will let you buy extra equipment. So we'll go more into detail on another video, but for now this was about training. So congrats on completing the training, and go ahead and hunt ghosts, guys. See ya! If you have any questions, and if you want me to make a certain video and provide more details, a detailed video about it, then please go ahead and write a comment down below. If you like these kind of things, go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified of when I make another video. I really hope this was very helpful to you, and I hope to catch you on the next video. By the way, I do have Twitch, so please go ahead and give me a follow on Twitch. I do stream sometimes where I play with viewers, so if you would like to play Phasmophobia with me, then make sure you give me a follow, subscribe, and follow me on Twitch as well, and I'll see you guys later. Mwah. Bye guys!